Picture a major consumer goods supplier. For 20 years, they've maintained a flawless partnership with a European retailer. Their annual negotiations run like clockwork. Then, suddenly, they lose preferred status on their 3 biggest product lines. The human buyers at the retailer didn't make that call. In fact, they were bypassed entirely. The retailer had recently implemented an AI-driven procurement system. This automated system evaluated the supplier on criteria the sales force had never even considered. It looked at API response times, supplier data accuracy, and rigid price performance ratios. Brand heritage and decades of trust carried zero weight in its calculations. A firm handshake and a deep corporate relationship provide little protection when an algorithm makes the final call on a transaction. This visual shows the traditional marketing funnel. For over a century, business schools have taught this exact sequence: awareness, consideration, preference, and finally, purchase. The entire model rests on one massive assumption: a single continuous thread connects human preference to the buy button. Introduce an AI agent right before that final stage, and the line snaps. The connection is broken. Millions of dollars in commercial marketing budgets are currently spent optimizing for a unified, human-led customer journey that in many modern markets no longer exists. You ask a smart speaker to restock household essentials, or a corporate procurement officer types a budget constraint into a purchasing dashboard. The human provides the parameters, but a hidden algorithm executes the actual transaction. This creates a structural separation between the consumer setting the preferences and the digital shopper making the final choice. We can call this the shopper schism. When humans delegate these decisions, they create a principal-agent problem. The agent, the AI, operates according to its own objective functions. Those mathematical goals rarely align perfectly with the human's actual nuanced desires. These systems act on their own alien criteria for success. They are autonomous market participants, actively deciding who wins and who loses. Consider a mid-sized European hotel group. They spent a decade building a robust membership program to drive direct bookings. But when they check their data, a massive percentage of their guests are actually booking through third-party travel platforms. Humans value qualitative traits, like mutual trust, emotional storytelling, and brand resonance. Algorithms demand rigid data structures, evaluating supply chain reliability and contract renewals. Guests choose the third-party app because an algorithm surfaced it first, bypassing loyalty programs. Consumer allegiance shifts directly to the algorithm. A competitor with zero brand heritage will win the transaction if their data architecture is better optimized for the platform's revenue goals. Walk into a commercial excellence seminar at almost any major business school today, and you'll find executives mastering pricing strategy, negotiation, and channel management. They are heavily trained on how to deploy artificial intelligence, learning to automate routine tasks, power chatbots, and generate analytics. But look closely at the curriculum. It misses what happens when the AI is on the other side of the table. Almost no one is teaching leaders how to sell their products to an autonomous, algorithmic buyer. The commercial playbook that drove global business for a century is now actively steering executives in the wrong direction. To survive the schism, businesses need a dual strategy. They must simultaneously appeal to human desires while deeply satisfying machine logic. This is agent intent optimization. Structuring your commercial data so algorithms can easily find, evaluate, and select your product. Brand storytelling sets the initial human constraints, but this data optimization is what actually secures the transaction with the machine. Fail to implement this dual strategy, and 2 operational risks immediately emerge. First, competitors will intercept your loyal customers through platform intermediaries. Second, automated procurement systems will drop your preferred supplier status the moment your data integration falters. If a business only optimizes for human psychology, they will become completely invisible to the algorithm making the purchase. In this new algorithmic economy, if the machine cannot read your structured data, your business simply ceases to exist.